Hello and welcome. My name is Emily DeSimone and I am your host. Thank you so much for joining us for the 24th annual Garden State Film Festival. This year we have over 200 films and film-centered events from various countries, all happening across 9 venues from March 26th to the 29th this year. Today I'm here with director-producer Arya Gill of the student hometown documentary short Peace4Paws. Arya, thank you so much for joining me today and congratulations on your documentary short being accepted into the Garden State Film Festival. How do you feel?
I feel really happy about it. This was a very important piece to make this film. Um, because it's just like as I mentioned in my film, I got my dog from Peace4Paws, which is the organization that I touched upon in my documentary. So this was just really important, and I'm really happy that we have an opportunity to show it at the film festival. This is amazing.
Well, yes, you have every reason to be so proud of yourself, and we feel so excited to be able to share your film with the tens of thousands of people that will be coming through the festival this year. So, Arya, please tell myself and your audience, what inspired Peace4Paws?
So really, it was really just we had a project to do for my filmmaking class, and it was partly we had to do a documentary. And because how I mentioned earlier, I had gotten my dog Homer from Peace4Paws,
Mhm.
and it was just very it felt kind of personal, I felt like a call. I'd also been a part of my school's animal appreciation club for a good little while, and we worked closely with Peace4Paws. A lot of the time, a lot of our funds from our bake sales went to the Peace4Paws and many other animal organizations. I feel, very deeply for animals and stuff like that. Like I care for them, and we have this amazing organization in my town, helping animals and helping animals find homes. And so I felt like I needed to get the message out to people, like what they're doing and what their message is, especially with the the president of the organization Peace4Paws, Jennifer Cece. It was
Mhm.
just very important, I feel like, to get her word out there.
No, I mean, I think that it is beautiful anytime anyone rescues animals. Like, I currently am here with my friend's Cane Corso. I help her watch on the weekends, and he is the biggest, most beautiful sweetheart. And he was a week away from being euthanized if he wasn't going to be. And he's a sweetie pie, never snaps at anybody. And it's so, I think, heartbreaking to go into some of these places and see, you have these beautiful animals, sweet animals, and they just need homes. So I think that spreading this message is really beautiful, even just as someone that rescued 2 dogs growing up, Bichon poodles. So thank you for making this documentary and for sharing it with us and with everyone. I'm so excited for everybody to be able to see it. So, you talk about being in this film class in school. What was it like making this little documentary of yours, this short documentary? What was it like taking what you have personally related to it and putting it on screen to share?
Ooh. So part of it was getting into contact, with Jennifer Cece, getting in contact with Peace4Paws, like the organization itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually fairly easy. They were very, very enthusiastic about it, very happy. um and I just kind of they had all these different events going on, the week or so, that I was recording everything,
Mm-hmm.
getting all the footage and meeting all the people who were volunteer for Peace4Paws and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. It was very, very amazing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing the care that these people have, you
Mm-hmm.
know and when I'm interviewing Jennifer Cece, we're actually there at an adoption event. And you just see all these people, a whole community basically coming together. and it's just very like it was very it was extremely nice, honestly. It was like kind of uplifting to know like that there's many people out there who like do care and like care about like animals getting homes, animals not getting euthanized, not getting a home for like a little while, like just like seeing the injustice basically
Yeah.
of it all, like and just seeing like everyone kind of like come together, I guess, like that, like that was very nice. And putting my own personal experience into it, you know I think adds a lot, like so
I hear when you say, it was so easy to be able to reach out to the president of the foundation of Peace4Paws. So, what was the most challenging
uh,
part of this documentary for you?
probably like first off getting a time to record because like I had like a lot of stuff going on and that kind of stuff, but also I think like thinking of questions to ask like Jennifer Cece, that was also kind of difficult, but I think mainly it's just kind of like there were like a lot of like kind of challenges because there was a moment where like it was just like a very like crowded event like that I went to record,
Mhm.
and there was just like so many things and I didn't know what
Mhm.
would be important to add, or
Yeah.
like any testimonies or whatever would be important to have like in it. It's just very like there was a lot of things that were just very like either kind of like nerve-wracking or just like anything, or like finding a place to be able to sit down and just kind of like talk with anyone.
And, how many of you were there putting this documentary short together? Was it just a one man, one woman job, or did you have like anybody else that you worked with for this?
Yeah, so I had a classmate that I worked with during this. He he helped a lot with
Mhm.
recording stuff like that. He wrote the VO, like the voiceovers, like
Nice.
scripts. Um, he helped with some of this. And like without him, like I don't think that the VOs would have been like like as good as they are.
Hey, look, I mean, like you and, with the help of, this classmate of yours have put together something really beautiful to, for your class as well as for this festival where people are going to be able to see it. So, with that said, what is it that you want your audience to take away from Peace4Paws?
I think mainly I want people to maybe be more aware, like in a sense. It's just kind of like I don't know, really just like think like if you're like a family like who wants to like adopt, like maybe like look into like organizations that are out there to help
Mhm.
animals, and be more just like aware of like like just like shelters in general, like do your research before adopting, and just all this sort of stuff. um because before I had gotten my dog Homer, who's I had adopted a dog like who is a beautiful English Springer, but unfortunately she was mistreated in the shelter that she was in before.
Mhm.
And so like that's like it's like very important to like look into these things, look at where you're like look at what you're supporting essentially. So
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me today. Will I be meeting you in person at the festival?
yes, I do hope so.
Awesome. Well, everyone, you can see Peace4Paws at the Berkeley Continental on Saturday, March 28th from the 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. block. We hope to see you at the Garden State Film Festival this year with over 200 films screening across 9 venues, including hosting parties, panels, events, and more. Get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. Aria, thank you so much again for joining me today. I look so forward to the message that you're sharing to be, screened for everyone to take in and to relate to. And I look forward to seeing you at the festival.
Yes. Thank you for having me.